There goes the Herald. There's the money in Boogie's pocket. Eyeball in inventory. Solo's even going to knock Armit back down into the river. Remember, there's no ulti. There's no flash. There's no way out. And it's first blood over to TSM. Versus Armit, both building the first same item, but it's completed for Solo. Sunfire Cape versus Pieces just does not feel like any sort of a comparison. Solo is more than comfortable in that situation still, so as long as the attention is on the... And he can do it on a lot of different champs.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that given Rampa's casting here, you guys don't have a bleep button up here, but Chime did say he's really effing good on takes when I talked to him earlier. So we got to see that yesterday, and now we see the second Herald being used to take away that mid turret from the Orianna. I do like this from the side of TSM, because now they can use their priority in the sides to try and collapse, take away camps from
1,000 gold lead. And TP coming in now too. They don't want to just give away this next trade. Maple's coming in with the Weaver's Wall.
Beauty.
The seismic shove, the collapse, and the death of Ignar.
And the way that Maple's
studied Spawn more than I think anybody else here on the team has because of your extensive history, casting him in Academy. You've talked about how they have a lot of the draft dedicated to him, with him being the Aphelios. Are we fighting around 2 items? Are we fighting around 3 items? Just to make sure nobody TSM was rushing that down. But TSM's not concerned about the Baron. They're concerned about the enemy AD carry. And Spawn just gets deleted. Neo grabs the killing spree. They take out the piece they needed to remove. And now they'll head up into the top side.
Boogie
This, no problem. You've got Armit just trying to trade back in the bottom lane. He'll grab the tier 2. But it's a small consolation prize for TSM, wearing that Baron 21 minutes into the game.
And that timing was so perfect for TSM too, because now they get to blitz out of the base with the Baron buff to set up for this Dragon that is Soul Point, denying the response from Dignitas. So this timer...
Game, he's 50 farm ahead. He's trying to get back whatever he might be able to get back. Maple can't deal with him in a 1v1 situation, so Jensen will grab the tier 1 turret. They're just trying to buy as much time as they can. The rest of TSM currently focusing on that Drake that will bring them to Soul Point, like you said. And now for the rest of the game, the pressure around Dignitas is going to feel pretty suffocating.
Yeah, that Baron hurts so much because, again, we were talking about Dignitas, like, hey, you know, they can scale if it gets to 2-3 items, you know, they can maybe find a fight, but the amount of gold that TSM is going to get from that Baron with the standing objectives, I mean, the bot outer falls for free. You got to imagine the goal for TSM is to knock down the next 2 inners as well. Dignitas going to be down much more gold and down much more of the map as well.
Very to defend. Maple's just going to be able to knock this over. Boogie keeps Jensen away long enough to get that turret low. And it's the cannon minion enchanted with Baron, just takes it out. The base is now cracked on the side of Dig, and the tier 2 turret's gonna fall right after.
I know that Dignitas has really struggled this split, but still TSM, they're making this game look clinical, man. You gotta give them compliments. I mean, Maple
joined up! Now Armit's caught on the wrong side of the wall, and Jensen is too. Maple keeps firing back into Ignar as Dignitas trying to maintain that line. Oh, it's not gonna work. Neo's on a rampage and Spawn's back in Spawn as we've got Dignitas falling back in full retreat, and TSM keeping it rolling.
That wall from Maple was so good. It set up Solo to fight. That got him as the Aphelios is dragged in, and now back to live. Maple already finding a lot of damage. Dignitas getting zoned out.
Santorin at 40% HP. Chime's bubble should guarantee his fate. Solo, meanwhile, has found the rest of the team. Ignar's going to be your target now as Boogie goes forward, secures the stun. Maple's got the shove. Easy peasy. TSM pick up the jungler and the support. Within
5 and 4. Again, the community, everyone had them 8, 9, mostly at 10. All the analysts had them at 10. I had them at 10. And this team sitting at 5 and 4 after the first round robin, then one of the bigger surprises we've had in.
Okay, they don't have the hard CC to get him in time. Do they? Yes, they do. Avert your eyes, young viewers.
8 world straight. 09 star on the success story. It continues. And a great find from Maple again. I think if you're facing TSM, Maple's bought Talia bans at this point. You cannot give this guy Talia. He's ran 3 games now for TSM, especially with the help of Boogie for me, who has been the big highlight of this match. The fact he got Maokai behind early made it so much easier for his lanes to play out. He took the flash out of both soul laners. Boogie was everywhere in the early game. That also really helped TSM push this game forward. Armor, good for him.
Yeah, we got something.
That's nice.
TSM's kind of taken out their 8th turret of the game, however, and it looks like there's not a whole lot that Dignitas can do about it. Jensen just now respawning. I think this is the last stand of the Dignitas boys here in the first round robin of Spring 2023. They're down 10,000 gold. Their opponents have Mountain Soul. They got to try to pull off some sort of a miracle here. TSM aren't going to give them the chance. They're going to back away after taking the 2 inhibs. Third wave is in no position to do it. The last remaining tier 3 turret in the Dignitas base. Solo and Chime end up getting some damage. Gafelio's ulti finds TSM, but they're so far behind, it's not going to give Dignitas the opportunity to follow up meaningfully. Nexus turrets are melting to minions all the while. TSM moving over to help them along into the grave. As Dignitas lose their first Nexus turret, Armit's going to be thrown up into the air. Spawn looking for some damage onto Solo, but won't get enough to kill him. Third inhibitor dies, bottom lane now. Armit again, just staying on the front line, trying to soak, trying to just waste any time that he can from TSM. Solo's still at about 25% HP. They go in after Maple, but he buys time here with the Zonias. Neo's unstoppable, Spawn is dead. Dignitas back into the fountain,